फ्रेंड्स, आज हम क्लास 12 के नए चैप्टर द एनिमी स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं। उसके शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन आंसर। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। हु वाज डॉक्टर सदाओ हॉकी एंड वेयर डिड ही लिव? Dr. Sadao Hoki was a famous Japanese surgeon and scientist. He went to America to study surgery and medicine. By the time his father died, he had established himself as a surgeon and scientist. Dr. Sadao Hoki's house was built on the Japanese coast. It was a low, square stone house above a narrow beach. Who was Hana? What did she notice coming out of the mist? 2019 में आया था असम में। Hana was the wife of Dr. Sadao. As they were standing out of their house, they saw something coming out of the mist. They came nearer and found a wounded man. After turning the man's head, they saw his face. He was a white man. U.S. Navy was written on his cap. Why did messenger come to Dr. Sadao? The messenger came to inform Dr. Sadao that the general was in pain and wants to see him immediately. थोड़ा खराब है, मैनेज कर लीजिएगा प्लीज़. What was the chief concern of Sadao's father? The influence of his father was quite dominating on Sadao. His father never joked or played with him. Sadao's education was his father's chief concern. For this reason, he at 22 was sent to America to study surgery and medicine. By the time his father died, Sadao had established as a famous surgeon and scientist. Why was Dr. Sadao kept in Japan and not sent abroad with the troops? Sadao was a famous surgeon and scientist. He was perfecting a major discovery. He would render wounds entirely clean. There was another reason of keeping Sadao in Japan. The old general might need an operation. Dr. Sadao's services were needed at any time. Hence, he was not sent abroad with troops. Did Sadao meet Hana? How were they married? Sadao met Hana in America with his father's consent. Dr. Sadao had a love marriage with Hana. Did the servant leave Dr. Sadao's house? Japan was at war with America. Dr. Sadao was nursing a wounded American prisoner of war. The servant did not like Dr. Sadao's generosity. He was trying to save a white American. He was giving a new lease of life. They considered Dr. Sadao's work an act of treachery. Hence, their patriotic feeling made them leave Dr. Sadao's house. Why did Hana say, "Why are we different from other Japanese?" Were they really different? Thought that they were different from other Japanese. They were confused. Even these servants saw more clearly than what they did. No doubt both of them considered Americans as their enemies, but they were trained in a different way. Being a doctor, Sadao could not desert even a dying enemy. How did the general react when Sadao informed him about the prisoner of war? The behavior of the general was quite surprising. He did not order the immediate arrest of the enemy, nor did he take any action against Dr. Sadao, who had given shelter to an American soldier. He only offered to send 2 private assassins to get him killed secretly, but he never sent those men. Old general lacked national loyalty. Was it a case of dereliction of duty? Old general did not take the issue of the prisoner of war very seriously. Being an experienced general, he should have acted promptly in his matter. The American soldier should have been arrested at once. America was at war with Japan. Certainly, it was also a case of dereliction of duty on the general's part. Did Hannah behave on seeing the messenger in official uniform? When Hannah saw a messenger came to the door in official uniform, her hands went weak and she could not draw her breath. She ran to Sadao, gasping, unable to utter a word. She thought that the man had come to arrest them. She was relieved to know that he was sent by the general. He was in pain and had sent for Sadao. Justify the title of story The Enemy. Pearl Esbach has given a suitable title to the story. A little title is quite appropriate and logical. The wounded American prisoner of war is a natural enemy of Dr. Sadao and his wife Hannah. They should have banded him over to the police, but human consideration outweighed considerations. His duty as a doctor made Dr. Sadao to save the life of even a dying enemy. Dr. Sadao father, a true die-hard Japanese, blindly patriotic, he did not allow any foreign articles at home. Was the old general, Japanese army general was Sadao's patient. He was a cruel man in his prime years. Storm, an American soldier who get near Sadao's house following a serious injury. Tom was treated by Sadao. Yami. Yami was Sadao's maid in charge of the babies. She was attached to the babies. Write about the gardener. Sadao's gardener, an old man in service since Sadao's father time. Who was the officer? A messenger of the general.